DNA don't lie. But what they forget to tell you is people do.
What's going on? It's your girl Angie Snatch with Snatch Investigations, coming back to you with the unbiased truth, decoding Brother Polight trial. So in episode 1, we talked about the case. We kind of got an overview of what Brother Polight was being tried with. In February, Brother Polight was arrested for assaulting a 14-year-old teenager who was the daughter of his wife/girlfriend, Linda Arrocho. We got into Linda and all of the key characters that I feel in episode 1. Go ahead and check that out if you want a little more information, because today's video is about David Tarras, Brother Polight's attorney, and we first met him with his NBC interview proclaiming his innocence. So let's check that out.
Defense attorney David Tarras says his client is innocent.
Once the evidence is produced, that he is going to be exonerated. So yeah, not guilty, nothing else.
According to the police report, Noak, a motivational speaker and author who lives in L.A., asked the woman if he could take her daughter to an after party at a club in Miami. The report states Noak took the teen to his hotel after seeing that the club was closed.
All right, now that we're all familiar, let's get into Mr. Tarras. David Tarras is, oh wait, let me pause. This is all public information, including the thumbnail that you see in front of your face. You can find it at the Rosen Law Firm. Rosen Law Firm. Why is that a tongue twister to me? Rosen Law Firm YouTube page, how to win a $57 million Ponzi scheme. Now, David Tarras is a member of the Florida bar. He was admitted to the bar October 2016. And after doing research on him, I want to say we all have to sit back and objectively watch this case, because I think there will be a battle of the wits between defense and prosecution, because Polight definitely picked a defense attorney that is very familiar with cases like this and that fights zealously for clients with cases like this. He's kind of built his career around defending white collar criminals, trafficking, pornography, so many things. But after seeing this thumbnail, it made me immediately want to get into, well, who did he ever help with the scheme? Or let's get into some of his clients. Googled it and came up with this. Karen. No, I'm not being funny. Her name really is Karen. She is ex-Miss Florida, pro-Trump media personality, and was sentenced to prison for fraud. She committed fraud against Social Security, but not just Social Security, against her mother. She was stealing her mother's Social Security checks. She put her mother in a home. She was stealing the Social Security checks, and how it even came out is because she had stopped paying the nursing home. So when they went to recoup their money, they realized that the guardian had been mismanaging the money. David was defending her in this case, and when I was reading it, it was so funny. So she walks into court with David, and David says, Your Honor, my client has a $47,000 check right now to pay the restitution that she owes with her apologies. And the judge said, keep the check, pretty much. You're going to jail. And now I can quote the judge, and I quote, you can't buy your way out of jail. This is a lesson that no one gets away with defrauding the government. So she ended up going to jail. But there's a current case that he's working on right now. It is open in Florida. It will be going to sentencing on December the 3rd, and he actually was filing in this case even on the day of Polight's arraignment. So I don't want us to be under the misconception that Polight is the first client that he's had with cases like this. This man is very familiar with cases around misconduct and SA, and I think that the prosecutor has to make sure to dot her I's and cross her T's, and I'll get into her in another video because I really wanted to break down and get you guys familiar with David so we can be realistic about how we're watching this trial, because yeah, the Jedi that you saw in the beginning, he really feels that about himself. for his clients. But let's go into this. This is the open case that he's arguing for James Hilbert. And if you see what I see on your screen, yes, count 1, distribution of child. Count 2, possession of child. Now, as I said, they're in the sentencing phase. So what has happened now is through his attorney, Mr. Hilbert filed a factual proffer. They came up with a plea deal where they dropped count 2, that was that possession charge, but they kept count 1 and he's pleading guilty. So basically what a factual proffer is, and this is something that I saw in a lot of David Tarras's cases, that they do a factual proffer. So I think he leans a lot towards getting you the least amount of charges that you can get and the least amount of jail time that you can get. So I feel like down the line we may see a factual proffer from Brother Polight, aka Michael Noak. But in this case, his client James Hilbert actually got caught up in a sting, and this is what was so sick about it. There was a man, Anthony Beasley, as you can see on your screen, that was selling child P via Twitter and Tumblr, and you would send him $21 via PayPal, and he would send you videos of minors committing all types of acts. This is on Twitter and Tumblr. So the internet is not safe. Please be careful out here. Please, 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 everyone. And then this is page 2. Page 2, this is where Hilbert is additionally admitting to more things that he's not charged with. Because remember, when you take a plea deal, you have to in full confess, because if they catch you up and later on find out that you left something out, they can then come back and charge you. They can rescind that plea agreement and charge you with everything that they had played out before, because you're in violation of that agreement. So on this second page, I just wanted you to hear what Hilbert is confessing to. Hilbert additionally admitted to SM, a 7-year-old male, in the past. A records check revealed that in 2013, Hilbert was arrested in Broward County for aggravated child abuse, lewd and lascivious M, SA, by an over 18-year-old with the victim under 12 years old, lewd and lascivious M of a victim less than 12 years old, but only convicted of aggravated child abuse. You know what that means? That means that he's admitting to something that he wasn't convicted of, that they should have charged him with more in that initial case. And maybe the prosecutors had that information and said, we're going to use that as a part of our case to present that this is a pattern and that you are an offender. And I hope in his case that they throw the book at him, because they're past the litigation. It is clear you are guilty, so now I can give my opinion on sentencing. No need to be objective with that. And I wanted to end this video with a video from Polight's law firm that is representing to him, because I know that they've issued a stay away order in that case against the minor. I'm not sure. I actually have been sitting back. You guys tell me in the comments, what do you think? Why didn't they issue a stay away order for the mother as well, right? I would think that it would be for both of them. That kind of baffled me, but you let me know what you think. But for anyone with a stay away order against them, here's a warning to you from Brother Polight's legal counsel.
The consequences for violating a no contact order are not good. The state attorney could file a separate criminal charge against you for violating this, and that's considered a misdemeanor crime. The judge can hold you in contempt of court for violating that restraining order. Or if your criminal case is still pending, the judge could revoke your bond, meaning you're going back to jail.
Thank you for checking me out. Make sure you like and subscribe, comment. I love your comments. Thank you so much for all the support. See you next time. We're going to be checking out Adam Rawson, who is the owner of Rawson Law Firm. Also, defending Brother Polight, and he has an even more interesting background because though he is a defense attorney now and has a criminal defense law firm, he had a long-standing career as a prosecutor in Florida. And I'm not saying that in a bad way against them. I'm saying that means he brings a different set of knowledge to the case because he comes from a prosecution background. So he's a lot of times 3 steps ahead of the prosecution because of what he knows, and he is considered the top 1% of lawyers in the nation. So he's definitely somebody to check out. All right, see you next time, guys. Thanks for rocking with me. Angie Snatch.